She disappeared for her bachelorette trip and told me not to overreact. I didn't. I stayed calm. While she was busy enjoying herself, I stopped one process she assumed was permanent. Her anger made sense only after she tried to explain herself. I'm 34, engaged to my fiancé for about 8 months. We'd been together for 4 years before that. Wedding was scheduled for 2 months out when this all went down. I work in finance, she's in marketing. We'd been living together for 2 years in an apartment we both contributed to, though I covered about 60% of the rent and bills since I made more. The bachelorette trip was supposed to be 4 days. She and 7 of her friends were going to a beach resort about 3 hours away. I had no problem with it. I trusted her. We'd always been solid, or so I thought. 2 weeks before the trip, things started feeling off. She became secretive with her phone, angling it away when I was nearby. She'd step out to take calls. When I asked about it, she'd say it was just wedding planning stuff with the girls and she wanted to surprise me. Fair enough, I thought. I didn't push. The night before she left, we had dinner at home. I made pasta, her favorite. She barely touched it. You nervous about the trip? I asked. No. Why would I be? You seem distracted. I'm fine. Just excited to get away for a few days. Away from what? She looked at me. Just away. You know, decompress before the wedding chaos really kicks in. Right. She left the next morning at 6 a.m. Gave me a quick kiss, said she'd text when they arrived. I went back to sleep. She did text. Around noon. Made it. Beach is beautiful. Love you. Love you too. Have fun. That was the last normal communication we had for 4 days. Update 1. Day 1 was fine. Sparse texts, but I understood. She was with her friends, drinking, relaxing. I didn't need constant updates. Day 2, the text stopped entirely. I sent her a message around 8 p.m. Hey, how's it going? No response. I waited until 11 p.m. and sent another. Just checking in. Let me know you're okay. Nothing. Day 3, still nothing. I called. Straight to voicemail. I texted her best friend who was on the trip with her. Hey, is everything okay? Haven't heard from my fiancé in 24 hours. She responded an hour later. She's fine. Just having fun. Phone died, I think. Don't worry. Phone died for 24 hours? Sure. I tried not to overthink it, but my gut was screaming that something was wrong. Day 4, she finally texted. Hey, sorry, been so busy. Coming home tomorrow. Can't wait to see you. I stared at that message for a solid 5 minutes. Busy for 3 days straight? No time for a single text? I responded, okay. Safe travels. She came home on day 5 around 3 p.m. I was working from home. She walked in with her suitcase, looking tanned and relaxed. Hey, baby. She came over to hug me. I didn't get up from my desk. Hey. She pulled back. What's wrong? Nothing. How was the trip? Amazing. So needed that. Good. Are you mad at me? Should I be? What's that supposed to mean? You disappeared for 3 days. No calls, no texts. Your phone died apparently. I told you I was busy. Busy doing what? Having fun with my friends. Why are you interrogating me? I'm not interrogating you. I'm asking a question. Well, it feels like an interrogation. I turned back to my laptop. Forget it. I'm glad you had fun. She stood there for a moment, then grabbed her suitcase and went to the bedroom. That night, things were tense. We ate dinner in silence. She kept trying to show me photos from the trip on her phone, but I noticed she was very selective about which ones she showed me. Lots of beach shots, drinks, the girls posing. Nothing that seemed suspicious, but also nothing that explained 3 days of radio silence. Update 2. The next day, I got a call from my buddy who's a photographer. He'd done engagement photos for us 6 months prior. Hey man, weird question. Did your fiancé cancel the wedding? My stomach dropped. What? No. What? I just got an email from her asking about cancellation policies and deposit refunds. When did she send that? 2 days ago. 2 days ago. While she was on her trip. Can you forward me that email? Yeah, sure. Everything okay? I don't know yet. He sent it over. I read it 3 times. She was asking about canceling our wedding photography package. Wanted to know how much of the deposit she'd lose. I sat with that information for an hour, trying to make sense of it. Maybe she was just nervous? Cold feet? But why not talk to me? When she got home from work that evening, I was waiting on the couch. We need to talk. She froze. About what? Why were you asking about canceling our wedding photographer? Her face went white. How did you? He called me. We're friends, remember? That was just. I was just. Just what? She sat down, not looking at me. I was having some doubts. On the trip, the girls and I were talking, and I just wanted to know my options. Your options? Yeah. And you couldn't talk to me about this? I didn't want to worry you. So instead you ignored me for 3 days and started planning our wedding cancellation behind my back. I wasn't planning anything. Then what were you doing? She started crying. I don't know. I was confused. I am confused. About what? About everything. About us. About getting married. About if this is what I really want. I let that sit for a moment. How long have you felt this way? I don't know. A few weeks maybe. A few weeks. And you're just telling me now. I didn't know how. I stood up. I need some air. Where are you going? Out. I need to think. I grabbed my keys and left. Drove around for 2 hours. Trying to process. Trying to figure out what the hell was happening to my life. Update 3. When I got back, she was in bed. I slept on the couch. The next morning, I called in sick to work. I needed to handle something. Something I should have done the moment I found out about her doubts. I called our wedding venue. Hi. I need to inquire about our reservation. Of course. What can I help you with? What's your cancellation policy? She walked me through it. We'd lose the deposit, but since we were more than 60 days out, we could get 50% of our payments back. Can I cancel now? Are you sure? This is a big decision. I'm sure. Okay. I'll need both you and your fiancé to confirm in writing. What if I'm the only one on the contract? Let me check. Oh yes. You're the primary. You can cancel unilaterally. Do it. Sir, maybe you should. Please. Cancel it. She processed the cancellation. I felt numb. Next I called the caterer. Same conversation. Then the florist. Then the DJ. By noon, I'd canceled almost everything. The only thing I couldn't cancel was the photographer, but I'd already paid in full there and the deposit was non-refundable anyway. My fiancé texted me around 1 p.m. Where are you? Running errands. When will you be home? Later. I went to my parents' house. Told them everything. My mom cried. My dad looked angry. What are you going to do? He asked. I already did it. Canceled the wedding. Without talking to her. She was planning to do the same thing without talking to me. But, no buts, Dad. She made her choice. I made mine. Update 4. I came home around 6 p.m. She was sitting on the couch, looking at her phone. We need to talk, she said. Okay. I got some weird emails today. From our wedding vendors. I sat down across from her. Yeah. They're saying our services have been canceled. Did you do that? I did. Her face went from confused to shocked to angry in about 3 seconds. You what? I canceled the wedding. You can't do that. I just did. Without even talking to me. Like you were talking to me when you were inquiring about cancellations? That was different. How? I was just exploring options. So was I? And I chose this one. She stood up, furious. You had no right. I had every right. I'm the one who paid for everything. This is insane. Is it? You disappear for 3 days, ignore me, come back with doubts about our marriage, and start secretly planning to cancel. And I'm the insane one for taking action. I wasn't secretly planning anything. Then what were you doing? She sat back down, deflating. I needed to know my options. That's all. Well, now you know them. The wedding's canceled. We're done. We're not done. Yes, we are. You can't just decide that. Watch me. I went to the bedroom and started packing a bag. She followed me. Where are you going? Hotel. Until I figure out what's next. You're leaving me? You left me first. On that trip. Emotionally. This is just making it official. I made a mistake. Multiple mistakes. The lying. The ignoring. The secret planning. Take your pick. Please. Can we just talk about this? We're talking now. And I'm telling you we're done. I'll move out officially next week. You can have the apartment. I don't care anymore. I finished packing and headed for the door. She was crying now, begging me to stay, to work it out, to give her another chance. I stopped at the door. Do you even want to marry me? She hesitated. Just for a second. But it was enough. That's what I thought. I left. Update 5. I stayed in a hotel for a week. Ignored her calls and texts. Finally responded with, I'll come get my stuff next Saturday. Please be out when I do. She tried calling after that. I didn't answer. She texted long paragraphs about how she loved me, how she made a mistake, how we could fix this. I deleted them without reading all the way through. My best friend helped me move my stuff out that Saturday. She'd left, as requested. But she'd also left a note. I'm sorry. For everything. I was scared and I handled it wrong. I do love you. I do want to marry you. Please give me another chance. I crumpled it up and threw it away. 2 weeks later, I found out through a mutual friend what had actually happened on that bachelorette trip. Apparently, her ex-boyfriend lived near the resort. She'd met up with him just to catch up. The girls had covered for her. The 3-day silence was because she was spending time with him, trying to figure out if she still had feelings. She didn't cheat, according to the friend, but she was definitely emotionally involved enough to go silent on me while she figured things out. When I found that out, any tiny part of me that wondered if I'd overreacted disappeared completely. Final update. It's been 3 months. The apartment lease was in both our names, but I let her keep it. Moved into my own place. Smaller, but it's mine. She reached out a few times in the first month. I never responded. Eventually she stopped. I heard through friends she's dating someone new. Good for her. Hope she doesn't pull the same disappearing act on him. As for me, I'm doing okay. Better than okay, actually. I've been focusing on work, hanging out with friends, hitting the gym, working through it in therapy. The hardest part wasn't the breakup itself. It was realizing I'd been planning a future with someone who wasn't sure they wanted that same future, who would rather disappear and explore other options than talk to me about her doubts. I don't regret canceling the wedding. Not for a second. Some people said I moved too fast, that I should have given her more time to explain, to work through her feelings. But here's the thing. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. She showed me she was someone who would ghost me for 3 days to spend time with an ex, someone who would look into canceling our wedding without telling me. Someone who, when directly asked if she wanted to marry me, hesitated. I believed her, and I acted accordingly. Edit. A lot of people are asking what process I stopped. It was the wedding planning process. All the vendor contracts, reservations, payments. When she was on her trip secretly questioning everything, I was home making sure there wouldn't be a wedding for her to question. Some see it as petty. I see it as self-preservation. Edit 2. Yes, I know I could have communicated better or given her space to work through her feelings. But she had 4 years to work through her feelings. She had our entire engagement to bring up doubts. Instead, she waited until 2 months before the wedding, disappeared with her friends, contacted her ex, and started planning an exit strategy. I just beat her to it.